Hello and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Hardcore. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the journey of our Shaman Syken Shocks. It's level 56 and I decided we're just going to go a little bit to Ashara, do a couple of quests there and take the Hydraxian Lord, Waterlord quest. That is the pre-quests for Molten Core. And since I didn't do that on my mage in time, I learned from it, and this time we're going to do the quest, or at least take up the quest. And whilst we're here, might as well do a little bit of Naga killing. That also refills our water walking and water breathing resources. And yeah, I mean, overall it's good. The first thing to do is we need to get the tablets done. I also got fully world buff for the first time and booned all of them, thanks to us now being able to boon after helping Crony. Also got myself 120 water, so we're actually well prepared for today. So all we have to do is kill a lot of these Nagas and find tablets. That's really what we're going to do. In between, drink a little bit. Oh, nice. And there is a rare mob, so that's a free green item.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's charging. I can't use it. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't loot
Good.
that.
Where are all of the tablets, my man? They should be lying around here. I remember vaguely that they were not very much hidden. So still, where are all of them? She does have forked lightning, shoot and explosive shot. Forked lightning deals nature damage, interesting. Well, we're going to just put this down here and a little bit of that.
Let's still be charging. I can't
Let's
use it. That spell isn't
pull the other guy first.
charging. That spell isn't ready yet.
And now we can start pulling her.
Let's still be charging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't use it.
Come on, you're telling me she's evading? She was just standing right here.
Let's still be charging. I can't use it.
Alrighty, just double checking what we've got. 22 int helmet. Oh, that might be worth something. Not a lot though. Okay, back to the original question. There we go. Those are the tablets, and I remember they were very much visible. So that's what we will need to get. I also upgraded our equipment a little bit, thanks to being in a guild for a long period of time. We do have a guild bank system where, say, unnecessary items are being donated, since on a small server there isn't that much of an economy ongoing anyways. So I'm from time to time just sending in textbooks, recipes and so on, things that I don't necessarily need. And in return you can kindly request stuff from the guild bank as well, so it's like a free auction house. We got ourselves this Binding of Elements, so that's the Shaman tier 0 equipment. It's not going to be quote unquote a free best in slot item, but it is definitely from the stats a very, very good item. And on top of that we just got Drakefire Shoulders, which is a fantastic item. That in itself is not bad at all. So those are the two new items that we've gotten, and I got myself a chest that I can wear from level 57 onwards. Well, Now it's just a matter of finding that last little tablet, and it has been hiding right behind the wall here. So let's grab that. It's not, oh, I think it's even 4 tablets. My bad. Yeah, we need the different colors. Yellow we already had, but purple we did not have. So let's double check. The one that is missing is a Markree. That might be the green one. Let's not get overconfident. The one thing that we don't want is being caught out. You can see I'm also starting to get raid consumables, slowly but surely. Good, a little bit north here is a potential slot for that tablet. Once we have all of the tablets, I think we're just going to use this way out. And then we do have a couple of quests over here, which should be pretty straightforward actually. And once these are done, we can get the Hydraxian Waterlords quest lines, which funnily enough are not taking place here in Azshara. The Duke of Water, there's the last tablet. The Duke of Water just tells you, you know what, you need to find elementals, blah 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 blah, go out and solve the problem for me. And then that is that. Good. Moving on, let's get out of here. Before we're moving anywhere though, I just realized we had another quest going. The Seeping Corruption, which requires us to fill stuff in the pools here. Vial 1 through 4 need to be filled. And I think it was one of these backpacks.
I can't cast that.
Let's just double check. I think one of the backpacks is 4 different quests. Where is the vial? Seething Corruption. Okay, let me figure out. Good, since that box has been in my inventory for what feels like ages. The sad reality is the vials had been destroyed because I didn't have enough inventory room, so rip that quest. Unfortunate. We still have plenty of other quests to do. The idea for today is we're going to do a few quests here and there. Azshara and then Felwood. So that most of the kind of loose ends are tied. Then I still do have a couple of quests in the western and eastern Plaguelands that I want to do. That might be even today in this episode or in the next one, TBD. So let me first of all get out of this maze. So our next quests are going to be an Orgrimmar questline, which is called Betrayed. That is giving quite a bit of experience. And we do have a few Undercity quest lines as well, which are mainly over here. Idea, we're going to get a couple of slime samples, so that should be straightforward. So yeah, those were those were the quests that we have picked up in the meantime. Let's get to Kimberjal indeed, and then go to the Blood Elves. I think both of the quests can be combined. If I'm not mistaken, that was rather here. Bit of a dangerous spot with a lot of casters, but with Earthshock I feel very, very confident going up against casters. So I don't think that I should fear them. Alrighty, this questline is a bit hidden. Azshara overall is an unfinished, or shall I rather say lately repackaged zone. My understanding is there was a lot of
What do you want?
development thought going into this zone, making it an MOBA-like zone where you fight over the different parts of Azshara. Didn't work out in the end, so they scrapped all of that and basically repackaged it into a halfway done zone, one could say. But yeah, it's still one of the zones that I appreciate, because not many people are questing here, so you typically have everything for yourself, including all of the rares and so on and so forth. So, Jim Yao wants those equipment crates. They are easy to get. And we need to get Blood Elf Reclaimer, which is, again, easy to get, because all we need to do is basically kill those Blood Elves. But make no mistake, they are the deadliest enemies here in Azshara for a good reason. These guys are slapping like ultra hard. So if they get casts off, you better have an idea of how to deal with that. So yeah, they are strong casters, but they don't have a lot of hit points, and if you can interrupt them, you're typically fine. So we will need to also get up there. Just trying to figure out where we need to be. Need to get the compass and a couple of other items. Unfortunately, some of them are in the camps there, so we will need to work through a double pull. So yeah, we will need to work through a double pull here. These guys are nasty. Few of the items are, I think, back here. Oh, now I remember, those crates can contain all of the items. I just need to find enough of the crates. Never mind. But we're still going to do the double pull. Mainly because I want to show it.
That's still charging. That spell is... I can't cast that yet.
But if you don't let them cast, they're not too bad. Like, their physical damage is really not too bad. But if you let them cast, then you're in deep, deep trouble.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Good, we need to get one more of these crates.
I can't cast that spell.
Oh, wow, look at that upfront burst damage. Holy smokes. I also remember that we needed to get a Tome of Summoning there for this guy. Super cool location.
I need to get
Super cool location. Unfortunately, nothing really in here, at least to my knowledge. Maybe it is for, I don't know, the Epic Warlock quest or something like that. It's definitely a nice little summoning place. And since no one is here, we can simply go through all of the chests. So I think we're done with the items. All we need is a little blood, which should not be a big problem. Let me fast forward the rest here for you guys, as this is really just getting a few more blood elves down. Good. After all of them are killed, we can now finally trade in the quests. Let's make sure that we're not pulling more of them. There's already respawn over here, but we're going to be okay. Fantastic, because there's no one back here. That's, I think, where the whole betrayed thing is going to be traded in. So that betrayed quest, what is the next step? 100% sure. I'm not sure that I remember fighting
I'm out of range.
a demon here.
I can't cast that. Charging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. Charging. That spell isn't ready yet.
I don't think that I remember that part.
Cast that yet.
Okay, fair enough. Apparently that is where all of these deaths are coming from. I think I've skipped that with my mage simply because I was afraid that that would lead to a dire situation, but it's actually okay. It was surprisingly easy. Killed the defender relatively quickly and then moved on and killed her.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still
Certainly helps to have an enormous burst, because that defender came in, took like 2 to the chin, and then was knocked out before they could even do anything. And since I had totem set up, even had a grounding totem and so on, so her fireballs wouldn't have really mattered all too much. Would it have been 2 defenders and then her, like 2 defenders at the same time and then her, then potentially would have been a bit too much for a solo quest, because you are also starting quite literally within them, so there's no way of getting range. Cool. So that solved the betrayed quest. We're bringing you
Glad I could help. Be good.
stuff back, and then we have the follow-up with the Nagas, where we need to get a random rune. Would be, of course, super cool if we still had that quest to collect the different fragments there, but okay, it is what it is. We're going to do that. I think then we need to trade it in, and then the quest line ends or sends us to one of the cities, if I recall correctly, but that's pretty much the extent of quests that you can do here. We're just going to go down to the Nagas now. Okay, we arrived down here. I'll be going for these casters.
I'm out of range.
Casters/archers. mainly because they have way less hit points. And I can relatively quickly chain kill them. So it's a random drop, and I think it has moderate chances of dropping. So we just gotta be patient.
I need more mana. Not enough mana.
Good. I think after this one I'll just fast forward. Oh, come on. I should never fight with just too low mana. This whole thing took twice as long as it needed to, just because I was fighting it on low mana. Good. Only a couple of kills later we immediately got the rune, and with that we can trade in the quests, and I think then we have betrayed and stealing knowledge as further quests. Since I want to... Good question. How do I do that? I think, to be honest, it's most efficient if I'm just walking here and doing the poisoned, taking the Hydrexian quests first, and then we're moving back from here to here to here, because we want to fly further to Felwood. Luckily for us, I got the one class that has an easy time here in Azshara, because I can simply walk over the water. There are a few elite giants here, and our own job is not to F it up and run into them. You can see there are plenty of little caves and so on with potential NPCs, but really not much is happening here, to be honest. There is like a few NPCs here for the hero of the fallen hero of the Horde quest that is happening here. Servants, the servants of Arcatosh, for instance, are part of these quests. But other than that, it is a remarkably calm area. Son of Arkarok. Level 55. Yeah. Those guys we don't want to aggro. But yeah, other than that, not a big problem here. Good. Fast forward. Very good. So we are trading in the next quest.
Hurry back. Have a good one.
Quest line abruptly ends, but so is most of the quests in Azshara. 2 more quests to trade in there, and then we can give it a go. The Hydrexian Waterlord quest that we have taken, well, on the one hand, sent us to the Eastern Plaguelands, which is good because we want to go there anyways as our next stop. And then afterwards, it'll send you to Silithus, which is also okay, because, believe it or not, we need to go there sooner or later. So might as well take a quest for the Hydrexian Warlords and just do both. The one in Silithus is a little bit more iffy, because I think it is against nature immune elementals, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge once we're there. Let's first of all finish the trade-ins. Alrighty, there we go. 2 more quests for our trade-in. We're not doing too bad. It's already 40% in the level.
To victory. Fight well, friend. May your blades never dull. Go
1 in Thunder Bluff, okay.
Fight well, friend.
1 in Orgrimmar. 1 in Undercity. Alright, 1 in Undercity and 1 to the Archmage here. Cool. Archmage should not be a problem. We can immediately deliver that. Other than that, we need to go to all 3 major cities. Lots of traveling for that quest. But that also means we will get experience from all of the travels. Plus, we Need to go into most of the cities anyways.
What brings you here?
So if we go to the Archmage up here, a well known site for my mage, because that's where you get the mage polymorph pick quest line from. Was one of the first things that I wanted to do when I dinged 60. Just a fantastic spell. Unfortunately for us, this guy lives, of course, like any good mage would, on the very top of a tower in the middle of nowhere. Difficult to master. To find what? No. Come on. Alright, no one has seen that fall down.
I need to
Light be with you. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
Okay, 2,500 experience ain't that bad for just a bit of a trade-in. And I think at the end of the day we need to trade in all 4 of those tablets. So that's 2.5 for the first trade-in and maybe another 2.5 for the second trade-in. That's 5k. Which would be the equivalent of 20 mobs killed. And if you multiply that by 4, then that's 20k if we can get to each of the cities fast enough. I might have done that quest now that I think about it with my mage and just teleported to all of the cities.
Have a good one.
See you around.
Pretty sure I did. Alright, anyways, let's move on. Alright, so we traded in almost all of the quests. We went to Thunderbluff, Orgrimmar, and traded in the quests there. Now we're back to Felwood. Not only gotten ourselves a nice little Sunflower buff, I also figured we're just going to finish our few outstanding quests there. Got a warrior at our side, which is going to be hopefully a big help for us. And the idea is to go one last time into that Jadenar cave and kill, I think it was a warlock with a few ads. Nothing that we couldn't do on our level. It was a bit sketchy when we were lower level, but now it is fine. Just look at the crits, man.
I need to get closer.
Mr. RNG here will be helping us.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still
And with a higher level plus
spell isn't
our Songflower buff, should be fine. I'm just seeing the amount of damage that we're pushing out. And since we do still have so much water to drink through, we can very much chain pull.
spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Cool. Our job is to get all the way through here. Put a corrupted cage in there. And corrupt the kitten. I think at least that's that. Release the kitten near the Jadefell Moonwell. Yeah, that's exactly what
Ready yet. That's still
this here was scary when
that spell.
we couldn't see the stealthers, but now with higher level and just much richer crits and higher damage, I could take on 2
That spell
without it being a problem. Plus,
recharging. I
I think these guys here should actually be stealthing. Might be wrong though.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell.
Yeah, the shaman is an absolute
I can't cast
sentry.
still recharging.
Just continues to shoot one bolt after the other. My friend here is, I think, trying to go around and see if one of the song flowers has been used, but he doesn't have the add-on, I think, at least. It's a bit unfortunate for him. I don't understand why people are not farming their own Cenarian salves. Everybody loves the buff, but no one wants to just farm the salves for it. Which is a bit weird, if you ask me. We've killed a few satyrs and already got like 3. And you need 6 in order to get enough salves to cleanse and get the buff once, so... Good, the Shadowstalker are apparently still invisible to us.
That's still recharging. I can't cast it.
But since we are higher level, our stealth detection also went up drastically.
More mana.
Warrior is still trying to get a buff. Seems to have been unsuccessful. No, wait. He has 59 minutes remaining, so he must have gotten it somewhere. Did you get your buff? Yes, no, maybe.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Fantastic.
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Good. Let's just finish this here quickly. And then we're going to the cave.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Luckily we have higher stealth detection now. Like 2 of these Shadowstalkers in one pack would have been a very nasty surprise. Good, let me trade this in. Alright, so I found myself a small group and we went back into Jadonar for the 11th time or whatnot. But this time, whilst I was helping others to do their escort quest, I finally managed to do the remainder of Trey Lightforge and the final blow, both of which are quite helpful quests for us. Typically nothing that you would do alone to begin with. And one of them has a dagger. I'm just wondering, 33, It's an agility spirit digger. Not really a caster digger. But it is a super fast one. Might as well take them over the digger that we are still having from Razorfang Crowl. That's a solid 1.5 times as much DPS. Good. So let's trade in the quests. I think we do have one more quest here with Wild Guardians and one with Deadwood to the north. And then we have a couple of quests to trade in Winterspring. I don't want to go to Winterspring yet as a questing location, but it is definitely a good location in order to just trade in the quests that we already do have. So let's first of all
How may I aid you?
finish the final blow here.
Winds be at your back. May the eternal sun
And
shine on you.
Good luck, friend.
we're getting ourselves a new digger. Holy shit, man, we're already at 80%. Good. If that's the new dagger, then so be it. We're not going to run with that anyways, but it's a decent upgrade. And by being the only person in the party that could collect soul shards, I do have a couple to trade in as well. Good, so we're handing in a couple of hunting, then we do have mining. Just lots of hand-ins, and that will all be helpful later. 28 salves means 14 raids with Sunflower. So it's pretty damn good before I would need to start farming again. I like it. I might even farm a little bit more now, just so that we're set for a long period of time. Look at that. Rare Wolf. Death Howl. Never had him. Must be somewhere in this direction. Let's see where this mysterious death howl is. It seems like as if that wolf is underneath the ground. And that since there is no cave or anything here, that means he's actually underneath the world. Sometimes enemies spawn there. That's a bit unfortunate. Anyways, our next stop is the northern part. And with that, a little bit more quests up there. Concretely, our quests will start with 15 raging owlbears and 15 wrecked owlbears. Okay, well that's a Winterspring quest. Never mind then. But we are going there anyways. Not because I want to specifically go to Winterspring, but because I want to trade in a few of the quests. I think flying will be faster. We're flying over, trade in, and then fly back. That's the idea. Step number 1, I don't even want to take up a lot of the quests here. Just a few that will give us extra XP. For starters,
You need something? Have a good one.
this guy here
you later.
sends us to the
here.
western and to
See
the
you
eastern
around.
Plaguelands. That'll be just a little bit extra XP. This is the trade-in that we were looking for. Not going to do the follow-up because that will actually force us to kill Yetis. next up, we're trading in the follow-up quest of the Sunken Temple Aranicus. You can get a trinket from Aranicus, and you can then trade in that trinket in the Swamp of Sorrows, and that leads you all the way to here in order to get another 4,000 and 200 XP. So that's what we're going to do right now. Well, that's a scuffed situation here. We got Charl Fairwind, a flagged NPC. Let's just hope they are not attacking us. Okay, seems to be no aggro radius. I want to be flagged. PvP flagged means we have a problem.
Well met. For the Alliance.
And we talked with the Spirit Seeker here. Traded in the Aranicus quest, and that was pretty much it. A guy in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of the limits of World of Warcraft Classic that you can see. They needed to get the game done, and this is a typical quest chain that just went into the ether. Some guy said, you know what would be cool if once you've beaten this undead dragon, how about you do have a follow-up that is going to work after that. You just need to trade it in. Oh, what's an elite bear? Don't want to run into them. How about we're just having a follow-up, and you can do a nice little quest chain. Yeah, and then it leads to a guy that is a hermit somewhere in the middle of the absolute nowhere, and then they ran out of money, so now the quest just ends here in Winterspring. Bit disappointing. Good, solid trade in over there. I took a couple of quests, can always abandon those, but we're not going to follow through on any of them. I want to save Winterspring really for later. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, let's just abandon those quests. I want to make sure that we can focus and are not distracted. We can always come back, and it will take just a few minutes to pick up all of those quests again. I will trade in 2 out of the 3 payments for Jadiga. That'll give 2 times 3.8k, I think. Yep, so that's 8,000 on top of it. Crazily enough, we're almost over 90%, and with that we have our little quest triangle done. I would say the next step would be to actually go back to the Eastern Plaguelands and start a couple of quests there, but that's potentially for another episode. I think this episode has gone long enough. We've done a little bit here, a little bit there. It's a bit of an in-betweener episode where you do half a level, more even 70% of a level, and you don't even really know which quests you did. If you have so many quests, and if you've gone through all of that content once, it starts to flow into one another. You get an idea. Like in this case, I saw we have a couple of Ashara quests, and I was like, yeah, the Hydrexian Waterlords might be a good idea. But if we're anyways in Ashara, let's just get the pre-quests for Ashara, do all of that stuff, and before you know it, there are a couple of follow-up quests, and then lead you into all of the cities. That could be nicely combined with just the Felwood thing, because I knew that we had a level 56 and 57 quest there. And then finally I saw we had a couple of just open loose ends here in Winterspring, and that really made all of the difference. Sometimes you don't need to fight a whole lot. Yes, granted, Jadanar, the part that I did not include in the recording, was a bit of fighting, simply because there were like dozens of mobs in there. But this time I had a group and we were just plowing through it, so that was not as interesting of content. I want to showcase a couple of other quests that we haven't seen so far, and I think that was successful. We're almost level 57. I hope the next time we can pick it up at 57 once I've traded everything in. And then our task or our focus should be the Eastern Plague Lands, really. Just getting everything ready in the Eastern and Western Plague Lands, fixing this area. That might bring us close-ish to level 58. And once we're at 58, I would then actually go through Winter Spring and do as much as we can in the Winter Spring content. Maybe to get us to 59. Do a bit in Silithus. Likely not enough for a full level, but we're going to see about that. And see how far we can get with that. Maybe we'll do another dungeon or a couple of kind of quest chains. I was really this time trying to get a group together for the Fallen Hero of the Horde quest line, and I almost had them after Sunken Temple. That group would have been willing to give it a try, but to get those 5 individuals at the same point in time back to play with one another was very, very difficult, and unfortunately I wasn't able to convince them. And since people level in their kind of own speed, I'm not even sure if they would be available. I will give it one more push. If we could do that Fallen Hero of the Horde quest line, that would be fantastic. I would do just one complete episode around that quest line because it's super, super fun, but I would need a group for it. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good one, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.